Hello again, everybody.
Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive.
Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there. Here we go.
Here's the first carry for Tariq Cohen. And this first play will get him back to the 25, but that's going to be it. Dante Hightower on the stop. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. They tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are...
And he fires one that's intercepted. Devin McCourty picks it off. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. We are in the first quarter. We get you back to the action to see how this defense can do on this upcoming drive. Onto the field now come the Bears. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Now Bradford. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he can scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
44-yard punt, they're going to wind up. Early on in the game, first quarter. Let's see how this defense does on this drive. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready. And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement? Because you had two drives with turnovers. Now they punted it away, so at least they didn't turn it over. So that's good, right?
You're going to get some angry users reaching out to you on social media.
Well, I don't mean to be. I was actually looking for the positive. Silver lining, you know.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the hook up here to Allen Robinson. Give him 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis back with you as it's Bears football here to begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. First down, Bradford. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy that run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
Bradford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs.
his position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
When you're putting together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And that is incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Time now to see what this defense can do. Second quarter as the offense starts out 1st and 10. The Bears offense now gets set to head back onto the field. On 1st and 10, Bradford. And this is Gabriel on the catch. Now before the second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Bradford. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he's got this down to the 35. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A first down throw for Bradford. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of...
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. In search of something here after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Bradford getting his guys ready. Final play of the half. Bradford. The screen pass here to Cohen. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So at halftime, it's the Patriots with the advantage. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start in the Meadowlands. The Jets at home to play host to visiting Minnesota. And it is the Jets who have the lead late in the second quarter. Jermaine Kearse, a touchdown reception. From there, we head down south to Tampa. Check on the Bucs at home at Raymond James Stadium. And for the moment, they trail the visiting Browns in that one. 2 touchdown passes there for the rookie, Baker Mayfield. Finally, let's get down to Miami to see what's going on with the Dolphins. And they trail the visiting Lions in that one. The Lions seem to be on their way to what would be a good victory. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a defensive struggle. Which offense can break through in the second half? To find out, let's hand it over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. An update from a game going on. Well, thanks to their punter, this defense has been set up in a really nice spot with the offense pinned back against their own end zone. They'll start things on first with Troy Cohen. And he's going to lose yardage back to his own 1-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
This is Howard on second down. Oh, and he's not going to make it out of the end zone. The push too strong, and that'll be a safety. And you know the man who's... Beginning of the drive, 1st and 10 coming up for the offense. We'll see how this defense does here in the third quarter. The Bears offense now getting ready to take over. Bradford now to throw on first down. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Cohen. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14. From the gun, Bradford. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A good pickup there at 22.
I know we just saw a nice throwing catch, but how about the big guys up front buying that time? Yeah, that's exactly what they did. They created time and allowed the space to happen, and it turned into a really nice play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And shutting him off, now open field. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. So we're in the third quarter. We'll see how this defense handles the upcoming drive as the offense takes over with a 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Dante Hightower coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked.
Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the fourth quarter. Now Bradford on second down. And the pressure gets to him again. Kyle Van Noy able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Here's Pat O'Donnell now. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. One more stop could do it for this defense. They'll head out here with a 2-score lead in tow in this fourth quarter. And we've got movement. I think this is against the Bears here. Let's find out.
False start, offense.
And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
Working out of the gun, Bradford. And the pressure gets to Bradford, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run it now out of the gun. And now running right through it. So he got free of one tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a third down and long. From the gun, Bradford. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
To the right side, complete to Miller. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They had to go. Start of the drive here, 4th quarter, and this defense looking for a stop.
Here we go. Stop right there. Stop right there.
Bradford on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. It's Robinson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. An ideal beginning of the drive there as they'll get 20 and a 1st down. And he'll indeed get him to the line and spike it here to stop the clock. Second down, Bradford. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll throw again. Bradford. Going to throw right side here, complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a 1st down. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they'll get the spike off with 6 seconds to go. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. One last shot now for Bradford. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason McCourty. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for the Pats, they move back over 500 now at 4-3. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Buffalo to take on the Bills. Meanwhile, for the Bears, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll be back home next week for a date with the New York Jets.
Now, let's take a minute to see how you can improve.